Welcome back to Cougar Creations. I'm Elena.
And I'm Haley. Elena, how was your break?
My break was really good. It was a lot of catching up with family for the holidays and, of course, resting. How was yours, Haley?
Mine was also pretty good. It was just nice to kind of sleep in and then see all my friends, of course. But I'm so excited about this episode. We get to talk with some of our nonprofits that serve here in Hancock County.
Really? Which ones?
We will see in this week's episode when we talk to Linda Kosh at Meals on Wheels.
We will also be talking to Kim Hall at Mental Health Partners of Hancock County.
But first up, we have our interview with Linda Kosh at Meals on Wheels.
Nonprofits are businesses that help provide services to their community or larger scale area. Nonprofits do not make a profit out of their services. Some rely on government funds while others use grants, volunteering, and/or donations. These organizations are free to the public, meaning you do not have to pay for their services if you are in need for their help.
Linda Kosh from Meals on Wheels in 2019. During that year, they had served approximately 24,000 meals and served over 100 clients. Now, since her arrival, they have served over 32,000 meals and have over 300 volunteers monthly. Thanks to Linda's years of hard work, she has really impacted the people in the organization and the meaning of it.
I came to the position for Meals on Wheels in 2019. I was looking for a executive director type of position where I could work about part-time and be able to take care of my mom, who also needed care because she's obviously a senior citizen. But that didn't, even the first week, it was not part-time. It wound up being a lot of work that I recognized that I was going to really enjoy, and I stuck around. A day in the life of Linda Kosh at work. No 2 days are the same. Everyone is completely different. Because we work with senior citizens that are here in the county, we have a lot of interesting things that happen. We've had volunteers that when they get to a client's house delivering a meal, and we can talk more about that in a minute, they find that maybe the client has fallen and is on the floor, so they have to help not pick them up. They have to call 911. They call us. There's procedures that go into place for all of our volunteers, training so that they know how to take care of the senior citizens that they're delivering meals to. We've had senior citizens that maybe they're not at home like they're supposed to be. Maybe we can't raise them on the phone. They're not answering the door. So we want to make sure that we are able to call their family to let them know something's not right. We can't get a hold of them. So those kind of calls happen on a daily basis. Unfortunately, we have some of our senior citizens that pass away just because they're older. But there is a positive side to that, and that is we have kept them in their home as long as possible by being able to provide a nutritious, medically tailored meal to them so that they didn't have to go into assisted living. Just by being able to provide a really good, nutritious meal for them, they were able to stay in their home. So unfortunately, if they passed away where they wanted to be in their own home and not in a facility somewhere. So there are no 2 days that are exactly alike here at Meals on Wheels.
Then we talked about their meals they produced through Hancock Regional Hospital and how COVID affected them and the growth they were able to achieve from COVID.
All right. Our meals come from Hancock Regional Hospital. So we've had a relationship with them since 2001 when Meals on Wheels here in the county started. So they prepare all of our meals. Now, our meals are what we call medically tailored, which means if someone's diabetic, then we're making sure that they have a meal that reflects their diabetic either restrictions or needs. So that means that each one of our clients that come to us, we have to have a script from their physician that says what type of meal they are supposed to get. Now, when someone is applying for the meals, they may tell us that they are on a regular diet. Well, people lie. So we have to call their physician and get an actual script, kind of like a prescription that you would use for, getting your medication or whatever. They'll send us a prescription that says what type of meal that client actually needs. If they're on a regular diet, that's great. They can still have the meals. But we do things like diabetic, we do low sodium, we do renal. I think we have 7 different types of meals that we're able to get and provide. And so again, the hospital is preparing those meals and our volunteers go every single day, Monday through Friday, and pick up those meals and deliver to about 100 clients a day all throughout the county. Well, I'd only been here about 8 or 9 months when COVID hit, and COVID threw us into basically doubling the amount of clients that we had, and almost overnight. And so we had to shift gears pretty quickly and make a number of changes kind of on the fly in order to take care of all the people that actually needed our help. Because during that time, senior citizens especially would have been very susceptible to getting sick by being around other people. So them staying home was imperative. So we made sure that we didn't have a waiting list, that we took on anyone and everyone that wanted to be receiving meals from us. So in 2020, like I said, we doubled. And then slowly but surely we kind of came back down to some sort of normal. But we're in a growth spurt again because we are reaching out to other areas and acquiring more clients and more volunteers in those areas. So we actually have, I think it's 8 or 9 routes a day. We go every day. We go to these 9 different areas: McCordsville, Fortville. We go to Shirley Wilkinson. We have 4 in-town routes here in Greenfield. We have a route that goes to Cumberland, and we have a route that goes to New Pal, and then we have what we call a south route that just kind of goes directly south of Greenfield and picks up everybody along that way. And those routes are all growing. In fact, we're probably going to have to add a new route here soon because we have so many clients.
Finally, we asked her about how someone can get in contact with them for volunteering or if you need food assistance.
So we have a couple of ways. One is the phone number, 317-477-4345, and that is our direct line. The other is through our website, which is mealsonwheelsonline.org. We have our volunteer application and client application both on our website so that you can either sign up to be a volunteer or to become a client. And also that's a way for people to be able to donate to us as well through the webpage as well.
Mental Health Partners of Hancock County provide a number of services, such as support groups, personal care items, and recovery houses. Today, we were able to sit down and talk to their executive director, Kim Hall. We were able to ask Kim Hall about how she got into this position, her goals for Mental Health Partners, and the overall contributions they provide to Hancock as a whole.
We talked to Kim about how she got into Mental Health Partners, the growth she's seen, and what a day in her life looks like.
The reason I got into Mental Health Partners is I worked at a bank, and I would see a lot of things happening with my customers, with abuse with their paychecks, abuse with their credit, and I thought I wanted to stop that. And then I had some customers that took their own lives through suicide, and I wanted to try and help. At that time, I was a board member for Mental Health Partners, and eventually the job became available, and so I applied and I was chosen. So I've been the director since 2015, so I really enjoy my job. When I was a board member, we had started our BCAP program, Behavior Care Assistance Program, and that's where we provided financial assistance to Hancock County residents that needed help to pay for mental health counseling. The director at that time had applied for a grant for $5,000, and you have to spend the $5,000 in 1 year. So at the end of 1 year, it wasn't spent. We had to give that money back. Now, moving forward, that was the last time I've ever given money back from grant funding. I have an increase in need every year. Last year in 2025, we had 26 Hancock County students that we provided counseling for them at Rugged Grace and Oasis Counseling here in Greenfield. And that's a lot of kids. When I started this job, somebody told me that kids don't need counseling, parents need counseling. That's not true. Kids need help too. And I believe that parents are accepting counseling more often now and getting their kids into counseling, and I think that's reducing the stigma of mental illness. Every day is different. Sometimes I come in and people are in the office door immediately at 10 a.m. Other days it's answering phone calls. And it just depends on what time of the year. During the summertime, from January till July, we're concentrating on our festival, Pensy Trail Art Fair and Music Festival. And then after that, from Labor Day to the end of the year, I concentrate on gift lift. But every day I'm writing grants, looking for grant funding, and working with that, meeting new clients that need help with counseling. So every day is a different thing for me. So no 2 days are alike, and I like that.
We then asked her about the process of preparing the gift lift, other services they provide, and how someone can get in contact with her.
At Labor Day time, I contact group homes and nursing homes, the case managers or the activity directors, and give them a paper to get the clients their what they want for Christmas, their Christmas wish, I guess. And then they turn that in October. We put the names on the list and put it on the tree. And St. Michael's Church is also big into this, that they take 100 names and they shop by the presents, bring them into the office, and I have little elves that come in and wrap and prepare them. And then the activity directors and case managers come back in and pick up the gifts. But gift lift started in the 1960s, and it was Adopt a Patient. And it was for residents that were in the state mental hospitals. So Madison, Newcastle, Richmond, and Central State. They had mental hospitals there. And you would adopt a patient and get them a Christmas gift. When the state mental hospitals closed, those residents now go to nursing homes or a group home to live. So we still want to make sure they get a Christmas present, because sometimes they don't have family. So sometimes you are buying a 30-year-old a present who does live in a nursing home. So everybody in a nursing home isn't old. So other services that we provide, we have Survivors of Suicide support group. It's for those who have lost a loved one to suicide. The support group meets on the first and third Wednesdays each month. We meet at 5:30. It's an open group. We discuss everything. And what is said here stays here. And so we have that. We have Ladies' Day Out, or the Nitwits. It's a group of ladies who go to lunch once or twice a month to sit and talk and solve the world problems. And so that's a fun group too. So we have those. We also offer student counseling, where we had BCAP with behavior care for anybody. I did separate it to be Student Counseling Assistance Program, SCAP. So that's our programs we have. How does somebody join our groups? We have, I get emails all the time. So a lot of people just email me, or they can call and ask. But yes, it is just walk in. But like everything else, you want to check it out before you commit to it. So they do call in or email me and ask. How to contact me, you can either send me an email at office.mhphc@gmail.com, or you can call me at my desk phone at 317-462-2877.
All right.
Welcome back. We hope you learned a little bit more about the nonprofits that serve here in Hancock County.
I know I did.
Well, that's amazing. We would like to thank Linda Kosh for talking with us.
And thank you to Kim Hall for talking with us as well.
Thank you for watching.
And we hope you have a Cougar-tastic day.
Want to learn more? Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and make sure to subscribe and smash that like button on YouTube for future videos.